at that. Look at that. Thank you, Gene. It's a good day. It's a good day for all of us here in the Adam Ezra Group camp, Team Gather, Team Rally Sound. Every time we get to release new music, it's a happy day for us. That's this thing right here. That's this little thing. I'm gonna make it big for a second. This is our new single for those of you that are watching right now. It's a lot prettier than my face is, I'll tell you that much. It's a song called All Right Today. And man, we have been working hard on this song for a while. And I have to be totally honest with you. I am coming to you right now after an incredibly frustrating last 3 hours. And in hindsight, I should have known. I'm in the desert. Nothing technological ever goes smoothly out here. But I had such an exciting plan for us tonight. I've been talking about it all week, and I have not given up on the concept. I want to tell you that. But I had a studio session. Josh put together this amazing special studio session that I could screen share with you all during the gathering. I wanted to show you how much incredible engineering goes into a studio release. And this song in particular is a really interesting one because for those of you that have heard the song already, there are so many layers. So I was really excited. I had a little tutorial set up for y'all. And between the software for the studio session and the software that I use for the gathering, it was just overtaxing my computer, my bandwidth, everything. And it just, as much, I tried everything that I could. And I even 15 minutes before we went live, I even called Supergirl and Superbud to see if there was anything in their big brains I was missing. And we figured out what I was probably doing wrong. And I'm going to work on it. But it's going to take a little time. And it'll be worth it. So up until this point, it's really funny how it works a little bit. Because now that you all are here and I see you and we're hanging, it's okay. I'm not frustrated anymore. But before I got to connect with you gatherers, it was a hard afternoon for me. And I made a decision, and I think that I should stick by this decision. I'm going to play one song tonight on the guitar. And that's going to be All Right Today. I'm going to finish that song. I'm going to talk a little bit more about what I love about this song. I'm going to tell you all a little bit more about how you can access this song and how you can really help us today in this release. And then I'm going to stop taking myself so seriously. And the rest of the night, banjo. Not necessarily banjo songs, but any song that I play is going to be on the banjo. That's the way that I'm going to stay happy today on this Friday. All right today. We were trying to decide what the first release on the album project should be in 2021. And this felt like right. It just felt right. I feel like this is the mantra that we've been using to get through the hardest times. Let me make it more personal. It's the mantra I have been using to help me get through the hardest times I've ever faced. We've ever faced. Scary. And sometimes, for me, my songs can act as a reminder of the things that I believe in the most. And I do believe that we are all connected. We all will rise and fall. And we do it together. And we all have the power to remember that and lift each other up during those falls, during those hardest times. That's what inspires the song. All our failures and celebrations together, rise together, rise and fall. All our doubt and inspiration, all our darkness and elation together, rise together, rise together. We'll be alright today, and we'll be alright today, and we'll be alright today. Right. You know, it's funny, as much work as we've been doing on this song, as many times as I've heard it and played it and thought about it and talked about it, I'm not sick of it. It's a song that I have now gotten sick of. I mean, I rarely do, but I do think that sometimes when I've been so immersed in the studio working on a track that after it's done, I need a little time away. You know, it's like you can spend an awesome vacation week with your best friend, but by the end of the week, you may need a couple weeks break. You know. So a couple things that you should know. Number one, I put together a write-up. Do you remember we had my friend Mark come on the gathering the other night and talk about the work that he's been doing with regard to Adam Ezra Group and Adam Ezra on Genius.com. Not only has he compiled all of the lyrics to all of our songs on that platform, on that website, but he also has something like 10,000 points of trivia and information, backstory, every article that's ever been published about me or the band, every fact, every story that's been recorded. He has references to us at the Gathering series when I have talked about stories that I've never talked about before. I submitted a write-up. He did a post on All Right Today. He posted the lyrics, and I did a little write-up on what first inspired that song, because it actually was not written this year, even though it's been a mantra for us this year. It was written 10 years ago, give or take, and 8 years ago, and I did a little write-up. You can check it out if you go to genius.com and you search for it. And while you're there, you should check out some of the amazing reference materials that Mark has put together there. Pretty awesome. As we were recording, this was interesting because this was a COVID recording. Meaning that none of us, we all had to be in the studio at separate times. We had to record in unique ways. We had to fly tracks around on the cloud. But there was one, so, sometimes there'll be a theme. Sometimes there will be a concept that I am really wanting us to go for. And the concept on All Right Today was the village. And it permeated everything that we did, musically, visually. I wanted this song to represent a global village, and so it's very interesting for those of you who have listened to the band. For those of you that know us as a quartet, right? I play guitar, Karina plays fiddle, Poche plays bass, Alex plays drums. We all sing harmonies. When we play this song out, it feels full. It feels great. But you would think there would be, right? If each microphone that you use, right, equals a track on a song, you'd think that we would use a microphone for my voice, for Karina's voice, for Poche's, for Alex's, 4 of us singing, right? My guitar, fiddle, bass, bunch of microphones for the drums, right? So, 15 tracks. There's probably 70, 80 tracks on this song. There are probably 30 different percussion and drum tracks alone. Tons of vocal tracks. And each one of those tracks has been engineered specifically. It's been panned right and left. It has special effects. It has EQs on it. It's one of the reasons why I'm so proud to be working with Josh Gold, producing and engineering this music. And so one of the things that I think is really great about us hanging out every single night, is that I hope that through our time together, our extended time together, we can dig into stuff that normally isn't shared when a musician performs. I want to teach you all about all the nitty-gritty stuff that goes in to making a studio recording, because it is a completely different art form than, say, songwriting. I love songwriting. It's maybe my favorite art form. Performance is an art form. Singing is an art form. Playing an instrument is an art form. Recording is like a whole other art form. And it really requires understanding music at a very deep level. And for those of us that just listen to songs and don't really think about them, just enjoy them, well, that's what you're supposed to do. In fact, when we put together a studio session with 70 tracks, most of those tracks we don't necessarily want you to be conscious of when you're listening. They are creating this soundscape that is behind the tracks that you are aware of, if that makes sense. For instance, if you watch a scene in a movie, oftentimes there'll be two people, they're having a dialogue, there'll be music subtly being scored in the background. Yes, you can hear the music, but when you're into the movie, you're not really concentrating on the music that is scoring the background. You're concentrating on the conversation. Right? The conversation is what's communicating the point of the scene in the movie. And that soundscape behind it is adding emotion, right? And it is creating the feeling behind that scene. There's lots of other things that go into it, obviously, right? Lighting, you know. But there are a lot of different art forms that go into that, is my point. Even on a studio track, right? When there are 70 tracks in a song, there are elements that represent the conversation, the part that you're supposed to be paying attention to, listening to. But then there are other parts that are in the background that are creating emotion and dynamic. And I think that that is so fascinating, and I can't wait to share it with you. So, anyways, I do very much apologize that we cannot. Oh my gosh, that we cannot have that session today. But I do promise you, we will have that session at some point. And if for one reason or another, I can't figure out how to make that happen, then I'm gonna make a video, and we just won't be able to do it live. But I will still take you behind the scenes, because I have so much fun thinking about this stuff. Before we play some more songs, I know I've been talking a lot, and I appreciate your patience. But I want to invite you. There's a link on this post, and I'm sure that there's a link that our chaperones on Rally Sound and Adam Ezra Group are sharing with you. But I would love, oftentimes I hear from so many gatherers, right? How can I help? How can I help you guys? How can I help you guys? I don't believe in what you're doing. How can I help you guys? And I always hesitate. Usually, the first thing that people think of, and the first thing that musicians think of is money, is financial support. And you gatherers, even though I don't talk about it hardly ever, have found incredible ways to support us over this crazy year in the Gathering series. And I appreciate that so much. It means so much to me. It means so much to all of us. But there are actually other ways that you can do tremendous things for us. And on the day of a song release, on the week of a song release, that is one of the most important days, actually, where you can have an impact on how this song is received in the world, believe it or not. I don't know why. I don't think it's necessarily fair, but on day 1, day 2, day 3, the amount of plays, the amount of streams that this song gets on Spotify will impact how visible All Right Today is for other people. If you get a chance, it would be amazing if you went on to Spotify and you played our song. That's it. We don't need your money. Play our song. Share it. Play it on repeat. Play it on repeat and go eat dinner. Turn the sound off for a little while and then turn the sound back on and enjoy it some more. But the more streams the song gets, the more this song will have an impact out in the world. It's weird how it works. And I don't like asking for help too often from y'all, but I sure would love your help. Spreading the word, spreading this music. When we release songs, knowing that we have an army of gatherers out there that are listening, enjoying, sharing, streaming, that is the best possible thing you could ever do for us. And it mean a ton to me. So, and all of us. Cheers. Okay. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. This is not really a banjo. Now, some will argue that point. In fact, some very credible people will argue that point. Some people will tell you that even way back in the day, some of the old traditional blues artists and folk artists, actually there were 6-string banjos that they would play. But when most people think about banjo as an acoustic instrument, they think about an instrument with 4 or 5 strings that is tuned differently from a guitar, that plays differently from a guitar. And music snobs out there will be adamant in seeing this, which is got the head of a banjo, the shape of a banjo, the sound of a banjo, but is strung with 6 strings like a guitar. They will be adamant in their belief that I am a musical hack for playing this and not a banjo. And they would be right. They would be right. It is totally my decision to want to play the way that I love to play on a guitar, but make it sound like a banjo. And and that's all right. There are many reasons. There are many reasons that the music snobs of the world will look down on me, my approach to music. But I do love this instrument, and I love the sound of a banjo. It always makes me happy. So let's play some songs. Let's play some songs. Only songs that I'm not used to playing on a banjo. Because I know sometimes I'll play some stuff on this instrument, and I do that. I love the sound of those songs on this instrument, but it's a Friday night. We released a song. I had a hard afternoon. I want to celebrate by playing some songs some different ways than I usually play them. What do you think? More than tell the girls, I'll tell the boys, we're here in the town and making some noise. I don't care anymore. We're going out we've been holding back, we've been sleeping alone, but tonight I ain't taking you out, but I'm gonna take you home. And baby, you grab a coat, I'll take my keys, you gotta know, don't make no sense. We're going out on the night. You tell the girls, I'll tell the boys, we're here in the town, making some noise. I don't care anymore. Yeah, we're going out tonight. You can tell all the girls we're going out tonight. I don't care anymore. Ooh, okay. Yeah. One of the cool things about the banjo as an instrument is it's got a really short sustain. Hear this? You hit that top note and then it just goes away, right? Whereas if you hit the same note on a guitar, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's still going. And so it's a very different kind of thing. In fact, Karina's daddy has it exactly right. You're really, when you're hearing the banjo, you're hearing the attack of the fingers on the string. And this is a skin. If you've ever seen a drum, like a snare drum, it looks exactly like this, actually. It's a little deeper, right? And so this is really kind of a percussive instrument, which means you can... So sometimes it's really fun. It makes it fun and dancey. Sometimes it feels like... sometimes it feels like really humble to me because it doesn't have that sustain. It's just a... And I just love the humility sometimes. So I'm going to try... I'm actually going to try one of Mark's favorite songs. One of the first ones that I think he heard and connected to. I'm not sure. I might not be remembering this right, Mark. But Mark, this guy right here, right, is also the creator of our Genius, of all of the information that's up on genius.com that I was talking about earlier. So if you have any questions, I mean, we've got Supergirl and we've got Mark on the chat board right now. You basically have a wealth of knowledge. Anything you need to know, you should ask them. Gold is for the sun, red takes all the fun, green I come on down, on forever. These are things I know, I learn them as I grow, I leave them when I go, on forever. Dazzled by the set, cinched with my regrets, spinning out in perfect disarray. I do not have the gift of seeing black and white, but I'm okay riding you tonight. Morning's my surprise, day is my disguise, night I realize, on forever. Sometimes I can't hide when they all collide, I try to keep my stride, on forever. Wake to breathe my fate, try not to hesitate, yeah. Know that it is all just in my head. Cannot differentiate the wrong from right, but I'm okay riding you tonight. Beginners who and me, middle's melody, the end's too sad to see, on forever. And I don't wanna let you down when I'm not around, yeah, I'm captured by the sound, oh, forever. Taste it as it starts, tangled up in hearts, know that it will never be the same. When it's feeling good, I want to hold on tight, and I'm okay by you tonight. I'm okay by you tonight. I'm okay by you tonight. So what I did there, for those interested, is usually that song is played way down here. But even though the accompaniment is lower, the voice is higher. Gold is for the sun, red takes all the fun. But sometimes I like to experiment, so I brought the banjo up high and voice down. And I'm actually taking more resonance out of the instrument by putting it up here because there's less string to resonate. Gold is for the sun. It was an experiment. I'm not sure if it worked. I like it where it usually is. I like it on guitar. Good thing music is a living art form. We can try things and we can try other things and we can go back to the way we like them and we can find new ways that we like them. Right? Okay. Here's what I want. I want you to try and think, for those of you who are Adam Ezra Group fans, think of the song you would least likely picture on a banjo that we play and request it. I want to wait till I see one that will actually surprise me and say, oh my God, yes, yes, I want to try that song on the banjo. What do you got? I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you. I got a cup full of whiskey. It's a Friday night. I'm not going anywhere. What you got? All right. Ooh. All right. Okay, that sounds weird. Serenade. I like it. Tune a little bit so Doug Smith doesn't yell at me. Dress is undone. Now I'm Jericho's son. The sunrise is shining, the day's in diamond, and it's only just begun. I hear you calling. You scare my walls. We'll climb a side. Yeah, we will ride into one of us falls. The storm will find our fool's parade. We break the storm. Could fall to your serenade, your serenade. Each time I'll try, every good green die. Somebody told me beauty is only a state of mind. We've walked it out. We live with doubt. You've seen my signs as I walk the line, but you figured me out. This storm will find our fool's parade. We'll break the storm, fade away. Now walls could fall to your serenade, your serenade. Maybe it's time to step off the line. I'm ready to sing now. And every All right. That was a good one. It made me want to try to maybe I'd love to hear that song played by a bluegrass band. Yeah. Oh. All right. This is a very unlikely banjo song. Okay. I will try it, Melissa. Kind of fun. All right. Wish I knew, wish it could be right. But we have got one more night. You're moving on, yeah, and I'm moving on. And all we made will all be gone. Come on, take me, what we have is here. Come on, call my name, I know you want to. I know you feel pulled, I know you need control. We will let it go tonight. Then we'll keep holding on to the sun-filled sky. Hold the days coming, say goodbye. We keep holding on, we keep holding on. Tomorrow will come, and you will be gone. We both know it will be done. You'll shake it off, yeah. I will hold it down tight. Every hour farther from tonight. Come on, take me, what we have is here. Come on, call my name, I know you want to. 'Cause right now we're gone, na na na, the time to feel it on. And we'll keep holding on to a sun-filled sky. All the days come and say goodbye. We'll keep holding on, we'll keep holding on. I'll miss the sun shining. I know when you find it. I'll miss the sun shining. We will be fine. Then we keep holding on to the sun-filled sky. Cold the days coming, say goodbye. We keep holding on, was kept wondering if I should go from like, tomorrow will come. Boom, we keep holding on to the sun-filled sky. Oh, the day's coming. That sounds terrible. Terrible. That's a terrible idea. Terrible. Huh. All right, Anne. That feels like an unlikely banjo choice. Drinking pink champagne in a nowhere town, in a cheap. Okay, sorry. Drinking pink champagne in a cheap hotel in a nowhere town, headed somewhere else from an old cheap glass she took from the kitchen of that little cafe. But she ain't missing, TV's blowing hot in there, TV's broken, she don't care. She's dancing with the best dress on, late night, thinking to her favorite song. I ain't thinking about the past, it's gone. Here's to brand new, got nothing left to lose. Yeah, she's smiling, oh shame, in a cheap motel. Drinking pink champagne, drinking pink champagne, drinking pink champagne. Yeah, but the folks back home, they all told her, you'll understand when you get older. That's the way it is. Days just go longer, and what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Be thankful, darling, for what you're given. She hears them calling, she ain't listening. She's dancing with her best dress on, late night, singing to her favorite song. I ain't thinking about the past, it's gone. Here's to brand new, got nothing left to lose. She's smiling. AC's blowing hot air, TV's broken, she don't care. She's dancing in her best dress on, leaning out to her favorite song. I'm thinking about the past, it's gone. Here's to brand new. Got nothing little losing. She's smiling, no shame. In a cheap motel, drinking pink champagne. Drinking pink champagne. Drinking pink champagne, yeah. Drinking pink champagne. I love that song on banjo. Damn. I forget who requested that, but that was fun. What did I see? I mean, it's supposed to be ending time, but whose anniversary is it? Whose anniversary we got? Come on. I see all the Junas coming in. Who am I playing it for, though? I'm watching for it. Someone's got an anniversary tonight? I mean, if all you need to have a good anniversary, or at least one of the things you need is Juna played on a banjo, I would be happy to support you. Look at all you gatherers going together to support whoever has whoever has an anniversary tonight. All right. Well, I have no idea whose anniversary it is. I love you all coming together for this person, though. All right. Well, I still haven't seen who it's for, but hey there, June. I know it's been a long time now. Thought I'd stop on that. I've been driving around this town for the past 2 hours now. Thought I'd say, miss you, baby. Let's talk a little while. June, please. I feel like home and can't you see me trying? And I believe that you and I can make it through this whole cruel world. Alright, alright. June, please come out tonight. Happy anniversary, Bill. I'll bring down to the docks where your daddy works. Took me out for a whiskey and a beer. At about 5 too many, he said, boy, I let the best things in my life slip on through. What I till we run out of road or we run out of night. I believe you and I were meant to be together. I don't believe in much these days, but when I'm with you, it's quiet inside my head. It's the only time that I really know it's gonna be okay. Tune up, please. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink tea and knit our bags. May it always blow steady wherever you roam. May it's all in the water to carry you home. May it keep you ahead of the line. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the heavens above. Some say it's a glance of God's great design. Some say it's the science of all things combined. Maybe look up and always feel wonder. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the drink that we share. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to this time that we live. For these moments pass lightly, won't come again. May our lives all burn brightly, right up to the end. And may we live them with joyous abandon. Raise up your glasses. Let us drink to the end of the day. Let us drink to the work when the working is through. Let us drink one, let us drink one to you. Let us drink one to those who aren't with us. Here is to us and all that we see. Here's to our hearts and the air that we breathe. Here's to around good company. Here's to the future. Here's to the past. Let us drink one by soul. Let us drink one by first. Let us drink one as if this night is our last. Here's to the drink that we We have birthed a new song today, people. I want to thank you all for hanging out with me on this Friday night. And I want to thank you all so much for your support. And I want to thank you in advance, those of you who are about to head over to Spotify, other platforms, and start streaming this song for us, sharing it, and then enjoying it. It's really funny. You know, there's that expression, right? If a tree falls in the woods, no one's there to hear it, doesn't make a sound. To me, for all these years, a lot of years of playing music, it kind of felt like I was making a whole lot of sounds and there was no one around to hear it. And I'm just so grateful. I'm so grateful that I don't feel that way anymore. Please enjoy your Friday night. Stay safe. Keep on looking out for one another. And I'll see you tomorrow.